Hello and welcome to Lightworks. In this tutorial we're going to have a look at the tools and techniques required to edit synchronized multi-camera material from the Lightworks Multi-camera bin. If you've not watched it, check out part 1 where we look closely how to synchronize media in a variety of different scenarios. Well, let's get going with the edit. We need a new edit. To the toolbox on the left hand side, hit new edit. We'll just quickly give that a name by clicking on the top left of the viewer. Right, let's take the sync group back to the top. And what we're going to do is lay down camera 1, the front of house, because that contains the main mix audio tracks. Just drop that in with a replace. Now, when we scrub the edit timeline, the edit is synchronized to the multicam group, and vice versa. If I move a shot in the multicam group, the edit will follow. If I move the edit, the group will follow. And that's controlled with this setting down here in the sync group, AutoSync with record edit. Now, to get the rough edit together, we're going to mix it live in a similar way to a vision mixer would do. And we're going to mix live by clicking on the viewers from the sync group. This is called live editing. Just check in your sync group settings menu that live editing is enabled. It will be by default, and we're good to go. Just before we start, I'm going to group A1 and A2 together by right-clicking on the track head, group tracks. And we'll just check the audio mixer, make sure that we pan left and right. And we're almost ready to go. The last thing we need to do is turn off A1 and A2 from being able to receive any of our live edit. We just want to switch the cameras on V1 as we go. Click on the first shot in the sync group and press the spacebar. So clicking is a nice convenient way to switch the cameras, but why don't we use keyboard shortcuts? Go to your Lightworks editor preference, open the key assignment panel, and I want to assign keys 1 through 4 on my number pad to switch cameras 1 through 4. Search for a live cut source and assign cut source 1, 2, 3 and 4 to 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the number pad. You just have to double click them, press a key and press add. Let's try it now with the keyboard. And we'll pick it up from here. I just press the space bar and now I'm going to tap on the number pad. Back to camera 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, So great, that's all done. I wasn't too happy with the cuts on the last section, so I'm just going to zip back and redo the camera cuts, but this time I'm going to use the Lightworks console. The top line of buttons on the console are automatically mapped to sources 1 through 4 when you're in the sync group mode. Let's just hit play again. I'm going to pick up the last section of this edit, switching with the console. I'm going to open up the multicam bin one more time. Uncheck compact. I know that if I click on another multicam bin and then click back on the concert bin where we are, the viewers will be restored exactly as we left them because the setting in here, automatically restore the viewers, is set to yes. For the moment, I just want these hidden away. Let's hide the viewers and place our sync group up here. I'm just going to zoom in on this section here. Now actually I've decided, instead of being on the lead singer here, I want to be on camera 2 on the drums. To switch the cameras, there's 3 things you can do. Either pick up the sync group source and drop it in your viewer, and the cameras will switch. Back to 4, back to 3, back to 2. I'm going to stick there with the drummer and you'll see the clip's colours changing. On this shot here, I could switch that by right-clicking on the clip itself and choosing the other alternate clips in the sync group. I'm looking at camera 2. I know that it's displayed up here on the edit monitor. I'm going to switch to the front camera, this camera here. Now there is a shortcut for previous and next alternate shots in the group. Editor Preferences, open the Key Assignments panel. I'm going to search for alternate. These are the functions we want: next alternate and previous alternate clip. For the next alternate clip, I'm going to use Control N for next. And for the previous, I'm going to use Control and P. Let's go to another shot over here. Control N, 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 N. Control P, previous, previous, previous. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stay with the drums on that one. Once you're happy all the cameras are in place, start fine-tuning the cuts with trimming. Quickly minimise my sync group. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop in some cue points with my apostrophe key on the keyboard in time with the music. Then we can just snap some cuts to our cue points by using dual roller trimming. Press play and use the add cue shortcut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're only going to trim V1, so I need to hold down my Alt key, click on the cut point, and I'll move the cut to this beat here where I've added the cue. Step forward, jump, that one's done. Let's join that up. Next one here, Alt, click, step forward, join that up, Alt, click, step forward, join that up, and we'll do the same on the last one. Alt click, step forward. Now if I press shift, I'm just going to play that backwards. And just nudge a few frames so we don't get the camera dropping down on this one and we jump straight to the bass. Okay, great. Now for this next edit, we're going to focus on turning off the AutoSync function. Remember, that's the function that locks the edit back to the sync group and vice versa. Now at this point here, I've got the bassist in shot. For the remainder of this shot here, I want to go into a close-up on the bass guitar, but I haven't got one available in any of these cameras currently. We're going to go somewhere else in time, collect the shot, and cheat the sync. If I just open up the bass player's viewer, the cutaway that I'm going to place in here actually exists back here. It's this close-up here to about there. But you can see as I move the viewer and I prepare to mark the shots that the timeline position has already jumped away from where we want to position the shot. So we need to turn off the auto sync. Now I can move the sync group, mark the shot, return to actually where I want to place it, just there, turn off the audio tracks, and just perform the replace on the picture. Now if we turn on the auto sync back on, we've now cheated time, we've got the cutaway in, and we've also returned our sync group to a direct lock to our edit. Okay, let's clear the screen. Finally, there's one last technique you could use to assemble your multi-camera edit by making Lightworks assemble sections of all your sources into a timeline with cut durations set by the user. If you right-click on the multi-camera bin, choose Make, and Edit from the contents, the panel that opens will ask you a few questions. Use the video from all the clips. The master audio is going to be camera 1 with the main mix audio. I'm going to set my cut interval for about 3 seconds. Press Do It. The resulting edit has an assembly generated for you. You'll be able to go through and switch the alternate shots as you please, or trim as necessary. We hope that was helpful and you're now more confident working with multicam workflows. Don't forget to check out the console video series to see how the console can enhance your multicam editing experience with Lightworks. Thanks for watching.